Hey YouTube, Des here with another beginner tutorial for FIFA 15, and today we're going to be going over defending again. And if you watched my previous defending tutorial, I'll put a link to it in the description below. It should have really helped you get a basic understanding idea of how you want to defend in FIFA, especially FIFA 15. And that's by leaving your back line alone, your back defensive line. You don't want to be switching to them unless it's absolutely necessary, and you want to be defending with your midfield to get the ball back. And a lot of you had questions about how to actually get possession of the ball back and how to get in and make the steps. And this is something that a lot of players are having a problem with right now, because when a defender makes a step, their momentum feels really heavy in the direction they're going, whereas the striker or attacker, they can cut the ball around you, their momentum feels really light, and now they're just in open space and leaving you in the dust. So hopefully this tutorial will kind of show you how you can step without leaving yourself open too much. We're still going to be going with the idea of leaving our back line alone. We aren't going to be switching to our back line, because when you're going to be stepping, you want to be thinking about, obviously this won't work all the time, but you want to be thinking about, if I step right now and he gets by me, is there someone behind me who can contain until, the midfielder gets back? And obviously that won't work all the time. Maybe you'll be on your back line and you step and you leave yourself open. But for when you are defending, you need to be actively thinking, is there someone behind me if I step that can take over on the contain? And that should be your back line if you're not switching to them. So when we're playing here, we're going to be using X to contain. We're going to be very patient with our play. We're going to hold X and contain. We're going to be stepping with circle when we see the chance, and you can tap circle. That will just give you kind of a leg outreach step. It's very heavy. If you hold circle, it'll be more of a push-pull kind of challenge, run with the player. And then there's also jockey here, which is L2. And L2 held down with circle is really good at getting the ball back if you're in on the player. I would say probably about 70-80% of the time you'll win the ball back with that combination. And we have sprint. We aren't going to be using it very much. Only time we need to be using it is if we're holding jockey down, and that's when we're running with another player if we're in on them. Otherwise, if you're running with a player, just hold contain. You'll run faster and you'll be in front of them the majority of the time. But we might be using jockey and sprint if we're actually in on the player and stepping, and just throw in a circle and we should get the ball back. There's also square, which is sliding tackle. We shouldn't be using that too much. If you need to stop the play, or maybe your defense is like completely in shambles, go for a sliding tackle. You might win the ball back, or you might draw a foul and stop the play so you can get resituated and get your defense back together. But for this tutorial, we'll just stick with X and circle and jockey. We'll leave square alone. And so if you remember in my previous tutorial, we had FC Barcelona versus Liverpool, and we have the exact same setup here. Liverpool's on legendary, and we'll see what we can do. So you want to be actively thinking about what you're doing when you're defending. So there they just play the ball and we win it up. So we'll pass it back to them. Don't run for that, Neymar. Don't run for that, Neymar. Jeez. So you want to actively be thinking about what you're doing as you're defending. So I'm just playing a contain right now. I'm just patient. We'll switch to Busquets.
Some potential in this move.
Should switch to Xavi. I don't know why Xavi isn't playing up back further on defense there. So we'll try to get this ball. Nope, he passed it. That's okay. So we're back on Busquets. And there was another bad pass by them. So that's pretty much the majority of how your ball possession is going to win back, is with bad plays on their part. Now, I see this guy in the middle, but I see Balotelli kind of bringing the ball up. So there's the middle play. We're going to stick on him. We're going to stick on the middle guy. See, he made the run. I wasn't expecting my computer to stick on that run. I wasn't expecting my computer to get the runner. Don't expect them to. If you see a player going on the run with them yourself, and then you can switch if you need to the other defender when they play the pass. So again here, see, they just play it short and we just get the ball back. You just gotta be actively thinking about where they're gonna place that ball. So let's see here, we'll switch to Messi here. Go ahead and throw it, keeper, thank you. You need to actively be thinking about where they could put the ball.
Here's Gerrard.
So I'm on Busquets because they got that middle guy. My computer's actually running with that guy, so I don't need to be worried about him too much. I'll take the center here. I'll switch because my center is now covered. I'm back on Busquets. See, I'm just patient right now. They aren't going to be taking a shot from here. If they take a shot from here and score, good for them. That was a good shot. They aren't going to be taking it from here, though. We'll switch to Busquets. We'll switch to Iniesta.
And he's got plenty of options from his teammates.
Oh.
Linked up well.
See, my center is still covered. That's why I switched here. We can call for support with R1. There we go. We win the ball back. We'll clear it out of here. So you call for support with R1. I mentioned that in the previous tutorial. That'll really help you kind of cram out the defender. Let's try to win this back with a little jockey here. So there's a jockey pull right there. You want to be careful when you're in the box. Referees are actually really good about giving penalty kicks in this game, so you want to be careful when you jockey like that in the box. Outside the box, go for it all day long. It'll be good for you. And it should help you win the ball back some of the times. Why is my line playing so high up? I don't know why Iniesta is up there right now. So we're just defending. Iniesta needs to come back. So we're still containing. See, my computer guy, my AI ran for that that pass, or that player, and so I had to cover the runner. You gotta be actively thinking about where the ball could go. It's just not a simple hold the contain, wait for the pressure, and get the pass. So let's try to get this ball here. I'll show you how you can jockey. So L2 held down with sprint, jockey, jockey, jockey. Oh. Let's try to get this one. Nope, he's gonna cut it. See, you can't play fast. If you play fast, you're gonna run past. We'll just clear it out of there again. Obviously, we had the ball there. We could have played it slow and build up if we needed to. We're on Busquets again. That ball is going there. I see the AI has that guy right there covered, so I won't worry about it. Oh, Balotelli with a header. That was a good header by them. But I saw the AI had the guy at the top of the box covered, so I wasn't going to worry about him. I was going to help my AI, the AI guy that was in the corner defending the cross. I was going to help him if the player decided to cut it back. I could step in really easily and get the ball back from him instead of relying on the AI to hold it, because I saw the top was covered. So we'll see if we can get this ball back here real quick. See that play right there that I did? I'll show you what you don't want to do. Here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to be sprinting around like this to get the ball in. He just took a last-ditch shot for halftime. Let's get this ball back to him here. So you need to actively be thinking about where you want to step. So that was a pretty short half, but hopefully it shows you need to play patiently, and when you step, hold the L2, hold the circle. Those are what really help you get in and make good steps. X will help you contain, be patient. If they're, 25, 30 yards out, you don't need to be stepping into them. Just play patiently. Wait for your chance to get possession back, because you really don't need to be playing out that far. They're wanting you to step there so that they can get by you. And then for the most part, yeah, just focus on holding X, or holding circle here, sorry, holding circle. That's a good one to use. See, here's this replay. I saw top of the box was covered. Obviously, Balotelli's a pretty tall dude. He got that header in there. That was a good header. But I saw the top of the box was covered, so I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about the guy in the corner. There's only one of my guys on him, and if he cut the ball back around him, he would have been wide open. So I left, I think it was Busquets I had in there. I left Busquets there to cover that, and if I needed to, I could have switched to anyone else if they passed it somewhere else. So you just need to be thinking about where they could play the ball, seeing their runners go, making sure that their runner gets picked up. If one of your AI guys, one of your computer guys isn't going to pick up the runner, you need to pick them up, and then you can switch your player to the nearest ball. Because the AI, they're actually pretty good at stopping like skill moves or cuts and stuff like that. They aren't good at getting the run so much. So focus on that, just getting the run. And then when you're stepping, obviously just holding circle. I really can't repeat it enough. You just got to be patient with your steps. If they're playing kind of midway in your field, you don't need to be really stepping out there unless you have the support. Always be thinking, is there someone behind me who could take over on the contain if I miss this step? So hopefully this video will really help you kind of get possession of the ball more and, you know, show you how to defend better. Be sure to check out my previous defending tutorial if you haven't already. That'll really help you get a better game as well. And yeah, if you like my content so far, go ahead and subscribe. We're getting almost done with the beginner series here, so that's really cool. And then yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys for next tutorial. Thanks for watching.